Thank you, everybody, for coming out today. We really appreciate it. Every smile.
I like this. Sorry, Mike.
That's okay. Everybody say Eastern Conference Finals.
Championship. You want to say that?
Yeah, exactly. He said he wants to say championship, so I like that.
So we're going to start today with President of Basketball Operations, Kevin Pritchard. He's going to toss it over to head coach Rick Carlisle, who will then in turn toss it over to Pascal Siakam for opening remarks, and then we'll open it up for questions. Kevin?
Thank you. First of all, thanks for being here, man. It's really cool. You know, sometimes in the summer you get away and getting everybody back in the building and showing support. It's great to see everybody, so thanks for showing up. I want to first thank Todd Ramasar and Jafar Chafani. You guys have been amazing to work with, and there's no doubt in my mind that this doesn't happen with working with you guys. And, you know, in your business, there's some good ones and there's some great ones, and you guys are the great ones, and we really appreciate how hard you worked on this. It means a lot to us that we have it. I've known you, Todd, for a long time, and stand-up guy, and you really made this happen, so thank you very much. You know, as I'm thinking about this, over the past 18 years that I've been here, there's some big decisions that happen during a year. And to give a little context of kind of how this came about is, you know, we came into this year and we had a goal of making the playoffs and trying to get a good seed and the best seed that we possibly could. And we were able to get to the in-season tournament finals. And I remember sitting down with Chad and Kelly and Ted and going, you know, maybe we're not that far. Maybe we should be really aggressive and going and trying to find another player that could fit with what we're doing. And, you know, fast forward to the trade deadline, or right before the trade deadline, there was only one person for us. And when we really decided to go after him, we got in negotiations with Toronto, and we were able to get that done. And quite frankly, we gave up a lot. But as Pascal came to us, you know, we watch a lot of film. We try to analyze everything that you possibly can to see if that player fits us, both culturally, style, and everything that we look for in a player. And I remember specifically in the first 2 weeks telling everybody, I thought this player was going to be a really good player for us, but he is an incredible talent, and I didn't know how good he was and how good he is. And so that culminates in today. We've signed Pascal to a 4-year max deal. We had a pretty quick negotiation. We knew this was, you know, a top priority and something that we wanted to get done. And couldn't ask for a better person. He is a great player. He's a better person. And as we build out this team to try to become the best we possibly can, we a couple years ago said we wanted high talented players who came in here and put the team first and had the highest of character. And I think the last 2 years have been incredible. In my 33 years as a player and a little bit as a coach and now in executive, last year was my most fun that I've ever had with the team. Unbelievable guys on the court and off the court. And he really exemplifies about what we want to do going forward. And this is a great opportunity for Pascal to grow, because when you come into a trade, you know, everybody says you just step on the court and it's easy. It's not as easy as you guys think. You know, you move your family. There's a lot of things that go in part of that. But he really was totally unselfish and immersed himself into the team and it was as seamless as I've ever seen. And that's really a testament to his character. And with him, we were able to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I'll never forget, walking into Milwaukee that first and second game and how dominant he was. He set the tone for the playoffs and allowed us to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. So huge congrats. I can't think of a bigger signing that this organization's ever had. Looking forward to the next 4 years. I'm going to end by saying one more thing, and that is I think there's a lot more growth in Pascal. And one of the things that we feel great about is, we were just talking about it as he was signing his contract, that he really has a love for the game. And that love really trickles out to the rest of our guys. And this summer, he's going to kind of take some of our young guys under his wing. And now he's one of the vets, and he's got to get those guys learning and having, championship habits. So super excited. The last thing I will say is this. Sorry, I'm going a little longer than I expected.
It's okay, man. Go ahead.
These are fun. This doesn't happen without Mr. Simon as well. I think this is a real commitment. And a couple of years ago, we said, no more of this. Don't like missing the playoffs. Let's get aggressive, and let's make some financial commitments and become the best we possibly can. And I really believe that now we're on the path to be a great team, and going from good to great will be tough, but I know we can do it. But it wouldn't happen without Mr. Simon saying, let's go do it. So big kudos to him. Coach, did you want to say anything?
This is a historic day. This is easily the biggest free agent signing in the history of this franchise. And so there's a lot to celebrate. Hats off to Kevin and his group and Mr. Simon, as Kevin mentioned. We went down to Orlando in mid-June and sat with Todd and Jafar and Kevin and I and Chad and Lloyd went down, and we sat with Pascal for probably 3 hours at a dinner and just got to know him even better. So you get a guy in January and you go through a bunch of games and intense playoffs, and you think you kind of are there with who he is. We learned a lot more about him at this dinner, and one of the things that was most exciting to me was how much he is enthusiastic and excited about taking on one of the major leadership roles on this team, and he did that during the playoffs. Organically, his voice became, louder and louder and more present, and he was a big reason that we had the success that we did. So he's a very, very special person. He's a very, very unique player. And I just want to say personally, congratulations to you. This is an enormous day. He's never had a press conference for him. And so this is the first ever press conference, and what a glorious day it is. Yeah. So congratulations, and I'll turn it over to Pascal Siakam.
Thank you. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. But yeah, this is my first rodeo in terms of signing a new contract, having the press conference. So I'm super excited. Obviously, I was surprised to see everyone here, and I can see some familiar faces from when I first got traded, and we had that. I went upstairs and met you guys, and it's just to see you guys back here again. I mean, it makes me happy. So just wanted to say that real quick. Thanks, KP. I want to thank the Raptors, the Pacers organization, just for trusting me. I think it's so hard. For me, I spent my whole life in one team and like my whole career, and I, in my head I always thought I don't know how I'm gonna be able to change, because I'm such a homey person. I'm used to just being at the house, doing the same things. My agents, they know me. I do the same thing every single day. And the idea of change was really daunting and scary for me. And I think from the first time I landed in Indiana, you guys just made that like transition so smooth, and I'm really appreciative of like everybody, the whole organization, like just the love and the appreciation like from everyone. I'm talking about everyone. It's everyone, and like that made things just so easy and simple for me. Like as soon as I came in, and it just made me so much excited about what we can do as a team. And I just loved everything about it. And for me, like, just being here now again, like, my dad's birthday was yesterday, or like I think it's always a special moment, like that day for me, just thinking about him. And I think for me to be able to sign this contract, having this new opportunity, his dream was always, man, I'm gonna have one of my son playing in the NBA. Like, I don't think he ever dreamed that, I was gonna be able to do this. Like being able to sign another contract, and be able to bless not only me but my family. So I want to thank you guys for that. It means a lot to me, and I'm just super excited about the future of the team. And I think coming in early on, it was tough and trying to figure everything out. But just meeting all the guys, Ty, and everyone. I mean, I can name the whole team. Just how they embraced me as a player, and just like Coach mentioned, like just being able to listen to my voice. I think like it's something as a player for me that I've never really had. Like just have that opportunity to have people really look at you for guidance and look at you for like leadership, and it was definitely refreshing to see that with all the young guys and the talent that we have, and how excited they are and how excited they were about having me. And it just makes me working hard and doing the things I already know how to do even better, and I can just go out there and fight and give everything that I have for the team. So yeah, I'm excited, and I just can't wait for us, just continue to get to work. I think we accomplished some great things this season, but I know that there's more, and I'm here for that. I'm here for more. I want to push for everything. I want to win a championship again. I want to continue to be a winning organization, and again, I think we have the group to do it, and I'm excited to work for it. And I've never been kind of scared to, like take on a new challenge or things like that. So I'm excited about that opportunity, and I hope that we're going to do great things together. So again, thank you guys so much for coming out, and I mean, so many people here. I'm honored. I'm blessed. And yeah, let's get to work. I'm excited.
All right, we'll open it up for questions. We have microphones.
Pascal, was there a specific moment you remember during last season or during free agency process that you said, yes, for sure, I'm staying?
I think it's just going through the season and everything. Obviously, like you come in with an open mind, and I think like I said, from the first day I got in, like just how I was received, like just it just showed like commitment, and it showed like that it really, like the organization really cared about me, and obviously as we were we continued to play, and obviously there was ups and downs, but just seeing how resilient the team was, and like just even working with the coaching staff and everyone, looking at the fans, like I mean like just. The games was, I mean, I played here before, but I think just being here, being a part of it, the arena is like, I mean, it's incredible. Just the energy, the passion, and I think also like there's a lot of fan bases, but like I think like here you can tell that they know about the game, they understand the game, and like just everything about it just feels so right, and I think it's a combination of all that. Whereas like for me, it just felt like, man, like I'm excited about the future here, and then when I felt like that excitement was, the same thing on the organization part, and it just felt like an easy decision.
Continue on that note. Was there ever a doubt in your mind after the season ended? Were you sure? Was it just a question of just getting to the day when you could sign the contract?
Right. Yeah. No. I think from from when the season was over, like I had my exit meeting, like with everyone, and just from those conversations, like it just confirmed everything to me, and everything we talked about. The goals that I want to achieve as a player, and I want to achieve, like whatever team I'm on, like they had those same goals. So I think for me, it's just like it was normal. It was just like kind of like a waiting game,
stack up now in the conference and in the league as a team?
Well, I think there were teams that, made some movement and got better. But, there comes a time where you try to balance, bringing in new guys with the ability to have some continuity. And I felt like, we've changed this team over so much in 2 years that, we need some continuity. We need a camp with Pascal and Ty and Miles and TJ and everybody even more to get used to each other and get comfortable with our style, because Coach puts in a unique style and it's a lot of fun to play. But I also look at it a little differently in that, Ben Matherin was injured during the playoffs, and so we get to add him. And Jarris has had an incredible offseason, and we have high hopes for Jarris to come in. And so there is some more organic growth left, but we're all still a very young team, and if everybody gets a little better, I think we stack up against anybody. And we lost to Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals, but we had leads in 3 of the 4 games late in the fourth quarter. So, the league gets better every year. Teams get better. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. And Kelly Kroskoff is always saying that. I think by retaining our top free agents, adding Ben and Jarris and our youth getting better, that we'll be right there. We're not scared of anybody.
Kevin, I wanted to go back to something you said about Pascal. You said that when you decided that you were going to go big, go for a big player, that he was always the only guy. And you also said that you thought that he ended up being even better than you expected. I guess tell me a little bit more about each of those. Why was he the one guy that you said this has to be it? And what did he show you that was even beyond? What did you like about him beforehand, and what did he show you was beyond what you even thought?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, we play fast. And, Coach always talks about, when we're adding players, first of all, are they good people? Can they see that there's a bigger picture besides just themselves? And I always felt like he played really unselfish. But he has some unique tools that I've never seen in this league. When he rebounds and busts out, he's like a point guard. And the way we play a flow and quick decisions and move the ball. And I think there's a stat last year that we had more passes last year, and that's something we're very proud of. And when he came in, he fit into that. He moved the ball. Could he score a lot more? Of course. But maybe that's not the best thing for the team at that time. On any given night, he can. But what I liked about it is his skill sets are really unique. He's like a 4 that's a point guard in a way. And that you can see that he's grown into this player that's a great athlete, that's super fast, but has added a lot of things to his game, which tells you he works at it. And you tell that he's getting better. He's going to have to become a better shooter. And I know he's working on that. But his quick thinking, his ability to slither and get to the bucket on anybody, but late in games, between Ty and Miles and Pascal and a couple of our other guys, I trust that they're going to make the right decision. His decision making is incredible. And, offensively, I have no doubt that we're going to be really good. And our challenge is, can we get better defensively? And that really becomes everybody making a commitment on that side of the ball. But for him, it's just, I had never seen somebody be so relentless at attacking the goal, at creating shots for himself, but also others. And if you looked at his decision making, it's like 99% of the time he makes the right decision. And that's really unique for a guy with his skill sets. And, quite frankly, I think he's unguardable one-on-one. I say this, and I really mean it. You always say, I still think that there's room to grow. And even though he's what you would call a vet now, I think there's a ton of growth left in his game. I don't even think he's come close. And, we have the coaching staff that'll get that out of him.
Pascal, right here in front. On that note, KP and you are both talking about growth and goals for you individually, what is one area that you're going to focus on this offseason that you think you can really exceed and grow in before next season?
Yeah, I think coming in, obviously, like I came from playing, a certain style, and even on defense, I think that's, like just something that's totally different than what I'm accustomed to, like here. So I think like that's one area where for me, I feel like with training camp, like just being able to be with the guys and, just continue to improve as a defender. I know I have the tools, but just like kind of like putting the focus on it a little bit more, and we know that that's an area that our team needs, the most. And then obviously just like the style of play we play with, and playing fast, which I feel like I already do, but just increasing that. And I think for me, like as a player, I always try to like improve and get better at everything that I do. Like I know that there's always area for growth, and for me as a player, I just want to continue to see how high I can get. Like I'm never really satisfied, and as a player, I've always shown that I'm able to grow. So that's always my focus every off season. Get a little bit better in every aspect of my game, and then just I think just the fact that I'll be here with the team and we can have a training camp, we can, I'm going to learn even more, and I'm going to get even better.
If I could say something, one of the things that impressed me most about Pascal is that he came from Toronto, where they play a much different style of defense, and so we committed this year, fully committed to playing a style that's a physical style that involves a high level of exertion. If you watched our team in the playoffs, we picked up full court the entire game, every game, so that we could keep the offensive tempo and the tempo of the game where we wanted it. And it's a very hard adjustment going from how they played to how we play, and just a lot of the rules, a lot of the things are different. But he met us halfway. It was not easy. It was a thing where we listened a lot to him. He was great about listening to us. We got into the Milwaukee series, and he was picking up full court guarding whoever he was guarding, and that was when your guy who's a 30-year-old guy who's won a championship before does that, it sends a message to the entire rest of the team that this is what it's about. And so, establishing his value to us, I mean, those are a couple of examples and reasons why, he has a level of resourcefulness, to be a part of a winning thing that is very special.
Pascal here up on the right over here. Do you are your brothers or your mom, are they here? And if not, you mentioned being able to bless your family. What do you have? I'm sure you've done things, but what do you have in mind? What have you done? Do you mind sharing a little bit of that?
I mean, no. To answer your question, no, they're not here. I mean, I was just texting with everyone, just everyone sending the love and everything, and my mom, like. She don't even like traveling, and we got to get her to do all that stuff. But yeah, the support is there, the love is there, and I think I've always been that person to take care of my people, and I feel kind of weird kind of sharing what I do for my family, which is normal. But yeah, I'm sure they're really happy. They'll tell you that.
Pascal, we talked a lot about throughout the year about this team getting used to you. And you mentioned the value of having a camp. I mean, just how much do you think that helps just going forward, just going into a full season and not having to kind of adjust on the fly? How much do you think that will give you more opportunity for growth?
Yeah, no, I think it's everything, because coming into the middle of the season, I think I can imagine, like, when new players come in new teams, like, I mean, it is hard. Like, you have someone, I mean, even though, we can look at my resume, and say, all the things that I accomplished, but you come into a new team, you have, personalities, you have people, and it's hard to adapt and, like, come into that and everyone just, like, accepting you, like, that's just natural instincts, and I think that just with going through and getting to know each other, and even, like, wanting to get something out of the young guys, I think it's even better when, they get to know me and they know who I am as a person, and we can vibe and we can hang out. I get to know, like, who they are, who are their families. I think it's like naturally you just become, like, closer. And I think, like, with the group that we have, like, the closer we can be, I think, it's going to help us, kind of like reach our potential. So I think having the training camp, learning everything, and just being together is gonna be a huge thing for us.
Also, obviously, the theme here is, welcome home. I guess, does this feel like home yet? I mean, obviously, just because you had to get so thrown into it, you probably barely experienced Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I mean, has this come to the point that Indianapolis feels like home for you?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited, to make it home. I'm here, I'm here to stay, and just for me, like, I'm excited about, like how excited the city is about the team and everything, and it's been great for me. Like, I love everything about it. The organization makes it easy for me, and I'm excited to continue to learn about Indiana, and I'm sure that the more I'm here, the more I get to learn. So I think now that I'm here and I know that I'm here, it's probably like easier to kind of like get embedded into the culture, and I think one of the things that for me I want to be able to do. I have the PS43 Foundation, which is my foundation that I started. Something like I want to continue to build my not only my dad's legacy but my family's legacy, and it's something that I'm really passionate about. And I think that will be my way to getting into the culture and getting into the community. I'm excited about we already we have a whole team already starting to think about and which the Pacers was really helpful in just like identifying how we can help. And I just want to get into the community. I think for me, that's my way of showing that I'm home, and we have great things planned, and I can't wait to start executing them.